Tim here with another edition of RCC Pod Quick Takes. And yesterday I was in the BNM annual dialogue with SMEs. I was representing Samantha, and what was very interesting from yesterday's event was essentially it was a lot about how well Malaysia is doing in light of what's currently happening. So let me give you a little bit of statistics. We had a very, very good year last year in terms of our inflation was only at 1.4%. Bank Negara thinks that Malaysia's GDP forecast for 2026 should be between 4 to 5%. However, of course, they do admit that perhaps core inflation will go up to about 2.5% this year, which may not be so good. So they think that Malaysian SMEs or the Malaysian economy going into 2026 is going to be good because number one, there seems to be from the data resilient household spending. That's further investment realizations. There's also continued export growth and steady tourism performance. So this was basically sort of, in my opinion, their way of advocating that things are going well. And which is, I think, a little bit different from what everyone else is feeling at the moment, especially retailers, because retail is such a sentiment-based market, right? So with the concern of what's happening around oil and what's happening around Budi 95, a lot of people may be thinking that they might want to consider holding off on spending. Though the figures do look good now, it really seems to, on the ground, that a lot of retailers are speaking to me and telling me that they're a bit concerned about what's going to happen because everything seems to be very, very uncertain. So my takeaway is that although the figures at the dialogue seem really good, it's too early to tell, in my personal opinion. We did start off the year strong, but I think just one event, which is the Iran war, actually turned everything upside down. And in that aspect, I think for most retail, it's going to be a rather bumpy year in my estimation. And because we're already seeing things like, for example, food F&B retailers telling us that cost of packaging is already going up. Anything to do with oil is already going up. In fact, things like delivery of goods, cost is going up as well. I think the dialogue was overall good. I applaud Bank Negara for consistently having this dialogue with us. But I think it's too early to tell whether it will continue to be good for the rest of the year. If you're in retail, reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. What are you feeling in your business? That's all for today's quick take. Talk to you again soon.